Yes, I can record this, so I just recorded it. Yes, we have some Ahmad and Campos Roger. Anthony Napolitano says 100. That's awesome. That's correct. So $100, a lot of people will say, well, that's not too much. Well, that's not what I was expecting. But let's say you were running this thing for 10 years and you make a 10% monthly interest rate every month, and you just deposited $1,000 once. So let's calculate it. And there you go. It's going up slow. Like first year, your $1,000, they are up to $3,000. Second year, at the end of the year, you are close to $10,000. The compound effect starts rolling. Third year, you're up to 30,000. Fourth year, you're up to 100,000. Fifth year, 300,000. And sixth year, you have 1,000,000. So I just want you to understand that the compound effect is the eighth wonder of the world. That's what Albert Einstein said. He who understands earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So please see trading as something that is long term. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not something you will be quadrupling your accounts with in 2 months, in 3 months, in 4 months. You have to give it time. Of course, if your investment is higher, you will hit the higher numbers faster. But just expect and put in your numbers here. Maybe even go with a 5% every month and you're fine. And you can calculate and have a realistic expectation of what to get. Okay? So this is very important to know, first of all. Okay, second of all, we want to talk about the strategy and what does this strategy actually, on what is it based? Okay? On what is it based? Well, I want to tell you that this is a momentum strategy. So first of all, we are trading on the higher time frames. We are just looking at the charts 2 to 3 times maximum a day. Why? Because I figured a lot of traders are more slaves to the charts. I don't want to be another slave to the chart. I don't want to be a slave to my 9 to 5. I also don't want to be a slave to the chart. You should just take a look like 2 to 3 times a day, and that should be fine. You're just going to glimpse, you're going to see what you need, you're going to take action on that, and that's it. And you can go to sleep. Wake up the next day and see how the trade's going. So this is a momentum strategy. What does momentum mean? So I want to explain to you what does momentum mean. Where when we look at the strategy, first of all, we have Heikin Nashi candles. So the strategy is called Heikin Ketsui. Heikin means average. Okay? And Heikin Nashi candles are different than normal candlesticks. So if you open up your MetaTrader 4 for the first time, you will see this black, green candlesticks, right? But we are loading the template on our MetaTrader 4, and now we don't have the normal candlesticks anymore. These are Heikin Nashi candlesticks. How they work, it doesn't matter. They are just different. They are calculated different. So what you need to know, they are like, you can see much more momentum than if you would be using candlesticks. Meaning you see a lot of red in a row, and then a lot of green in a row. And this is nice for our strategy, and I will explain you why. So first of all, we have a lot of questions, so I need to check the chat box. Yes, the video is being recorded right now. Where can you get it? You can just get it in a Telegram chat. There I put a video in there, and you can just download the Heikin Ketsui template also out of the Telegram group. So very important to know is, so you can note that down, this is based on a momentum strategy. This means we have different types of candlesticks, and you can differentiate between two types of candlesticks. First of all, strong candlesticks, they have big bodies, like those red ones, or like those big green ones, okay? And those strong big candlesticks, Heikenashi candlesticks, they tend to always have one wick to the side, but not on both sides. You see that? Only to the downside. The wick is always to the downside. And then what we can notice on this candlestick, there's a little wick on the upside. So you have to imagine what happens here. We start here on this wick, on this candlestick, and this candlestick has wicks to both, on both ends, right? And then suddenly there's only strong candlesticks with big bodies. This one has a small body. This one tends to have a smaller body than the other ones too. So here it's like a train. The train is going like for 100 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour, 300 miles an hour. And you see like it's really dropping really hard. It's taking on momentum. And then it hits the brake. There's a wick on the other end of the body and it hits the brake. And suddenly it turns. The market turns again. So first of all, we have strong candlesticks with big bodies and just one wick on the side. And we have those candlesticks. And those candlesticks I call indecision candles. Okay? So these are indecision candles. Why are they called like this? Because there's indecision in the market. The price, the market doesn't know where he wants to go. Okay? He doesn't know if he wants to go up, if he wants to go down. We're going sideways for now. But what most of the time, when there's momentum to one side, strong momentum, and then there is a indecision candle, the market might turn. Okay, so this is very important to know. So this is what you have to know first. You have to identify momentum. Okay, and now we're going to talk about the strategy. So the strategy basically is very simple. So first of all, I want you all to go on the weekly time frame. Yeah, I'm here on the USD CAT. It doesn't really matter, but weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, the only thing we are doing on that time frame is looking out for the yellow 3. So who can tell me the last yellow 3 you can see? Is it on the lower side or is it on the upper side? Is it down or is it high? The last yellow 3. This is the 3-level indicator. Who can tell it in the chat? Lower. Ahmad says lower. Yes, lower. Yes, that's correct. Why? Because it's this one, right? It's this one. Yeah? This is the last 3-level indicator we saw on the weekly. And if the 3-level, the yellow one, is low, it means we're going to buy. Not right now, but our direction is buy. Okay? So this is very important to know. Our 3-level indicator is low. We will be buying in future. We're not going to buy on a weekly. We're going to trade on a daily, but our direction is buy. On the other hand, if we have a pair where here the weekly is We have to find an example. No. No. You can see here, again, we have a weekly, we have a lower 3. It means we're going to buy. And that's why I bought. That's why I'm 200 pips in a profit, but I'm letting it run. But I'm going to show you how. I want to find an example with a weekly. Here. Yeah. So this is, there's the 3 level, the last one. And so our direction would be sell here, right? So if the 3 level is high, we're going to sell. If the 3 level is low, we're going to buy. Simple, right? So now we're going to talk about, let's find a good trade here. We're going to talk about, so first of all, how to go into the trade, right? So first of all, on here, we are on buy on the direction on the weekly or on sell. I want everyone to see in the chat if you really understand that. So we are on the weekly right now. Is it buy the direction or is it sell? Buy. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. You got it. You got it, guys. Yes. Because we see the 3 level on the lower side. Awesome. So now we want to go buy, but we need to find a good entry. So the weekly 3 level here, she overlaps with the weekly on a daily time frame. So we're going to switch on a daily time frame and we can see it here. That's the weekly. That's the one. Okay? That was the one. She formed actually here in real time. She formed here. So this is the weekly 3 level. And at the same time, if we look closer at this candle, does it have 2 wicks or 1 wick? Does it have 1 wick to the up and downside or just 1 wick? 2 wicks, yes, because there's a little wick. You're correct. 1.5, yeah. Yes, but this counts also. It means something is fishy, okay? The market showed a kind of weakness, and this is also an indecision candle. It's not a perfect one like this one or like this one, but it's also an indecision candle. So we can potentially buy here. And then we have another indecision candle. I really don't like that one, but I still bought on it because it's so big. Yeah, it's such a big indecision candle. It has wicks to the both sides, but it's still an indecision candle. So still, I bought somewhere in the middle. Yeah, you can just wait at the end of the day, like at 22 or 23, 10 or 11 p.m. That's why we're doing the session right now, because this is where the market is very slow, and then you can just press the buy button. Yeah, of course you need to stick to risk management, but then you're just going to buy because you saw on the weekly the 3 level and it says buy direction. We go on a daily and then we see the 3 level here and we see an indecision candle. We wait until it closes or just right before it closes at like 10 or 11 p.m. and then we're just going to buy in. Okay? So this is basically the strategy first. Okay? And then you can see how it shoot up here. It shoot up. Yeah, it went back again, but it never went lower than the 3 level here. and then it shoot up again, and now it shoot up again. Okay, why? Because it probably, I'll show you this, because we had on the weekly time frame, we had like a downtrend. So now it's potentially moving up again. Maybe it's making a correction like this, yeah, or like this. It doesn't need much. This is weekly. Like one candlestick on weekly is a lot of pips. If you would buy in here, you can make like 200 to 500 pips on just a small correction like that. Okay, this is just one candle and it gave me like 200 pips, just one candle, because it's on a weekly. Okay, but we're trading on a daily, so that's why we're buying in there. Yeah, but we want to buy low and sell high, of course. So that's why we're waiting for those indecision candles, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there was the potential buy. And then where do I take profits? So taking profits is a thing that does these circles. You see these circles? So whenever there's a circle, we can write down that we will be taking profits. If we buy, we're going to take profits at the red circle. If we sell, we're going to take profits at the green circle. Okay? So let's see and take a look at some charts. And I want to test you. So this chart, this is the Euro CHF. Would you, according to the strategy, would you, this is the weekly time frame, which direction is it, buy or sell? Samuel, you're writing private to me. Buy, everyone buy, amazing. Yes, you got it, guys. So perfect. And then we're going down on a daily chart. So who can identify the 3 level? The 3 level on the weekly is the one that is down, right? So we're gonna find that here. Okay, perfect. We're gonna zoom in on that. And what happened after the 3 level? We always wait for an indecision candle that closes after the 3 level on the daily chart. Okay, so we always need an indecision candle before we go in with a buy or with a sell. So 3 level, what's the next candle? That's an indecision candle, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because it has wicks to both sides, up and down. So we could buy in somewhere in here. Okay, let's say we bought in here, and then we just let it run. When do we take profits? When we see the red circle, or we should adjust stop losses. And this is the next topic I want to talk about, how to adjust stop losses. So if we have bullish candles, we're not gonna go out in here. We're just gonna adjust the stop loss if we see another indecision candle. And then we're gonna adjust the stop loss at the bottom of the wick of the indecision candle. So here. So we would be entering the trade somewhere here, and then we had the stop loss there, and that's a difference of like 50 pips. Okay, that's 50 pips. That's not much, but we can re-enter. I'm going to show you on how to re-enter into the trades, but this is now the basic strategy, like just the basics. Okay, because I did a video course on that, on how to actually re-enter also trades. But you have to, you can just go through all those charts and then just spot the weekly 3 level. Okay, and if there's a weekly 3 level forming, then you just go on the daily, wait for the indecision candle after the 3 level, and then you just go in. That's basically the strategy. Okay, it's very, very simple. So you can try it out for yourself. You can search first if there's anywhere, if there's a pair that actually has a 3 level going on right now, and then you can just put it here. You have your trading journal, and then you're gonna check mark which pair has a 3 level forming right now. Okay, because this is the most important thing, the weekly 3 level. Okay, you need to search for that, because sometimes you are late to the party, like here, and then you have to re-enter. So on how to re-enter, I'm going to teach you that another session. Okay, because that's going to be too difficult to do it right now. Okay, so this is very important. Here you see this was the 3 level. There, that's the weekly. Then we go on the daily. Where is it? It's here. And look how it shoot up. Look, it never crossed that line. It only went higher and higher and higher. And we could re-enter at a lot of points. Re-enter here, re-enter here, re-enter here. I'm going to show you how. But just to let you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 re-enters. So we could take all those rallies here. This is 250 pips. Then here, re-enter here, 360 pips. So this is how it actually would work. 600 pips. Okay. We're going to close it at the red circles. We're going to adjust stop loss at the indecision candles and then re-enter. But I'm going to show you how to re-enter next session. How do we know a 3 level is forming? You have to check what is the candlestick named, called, and MetaTrader 4, like how we change the way the graph looks. I sent a video in a Telegram group on how to do that. There's an instruction video, okay? So you can just check that out and just follow the instruction. How do we know a 3 level is forming? When should we be checking? Always check, like every day. Check every day. Check every chart. You just open up the chart, and then you just check on the weekly first. You check on the weekly. Is there a 3 level? Okay, is there a 3 level forming right now? Right now. Okay, then you just go through all those pairs. Okay? And if not, I'm going to show you how to re-enter. You see, here's a 3 level forming right now on the GBP CAD on the daily. But it's not on a weekly, so that might be dangerous. Okay? So we don't want to do that. We need the daily 3 level and the weekly 4 level. And if we have that, then we're good to go. Okay? So this is very important. I'm going to check myself if there's some weekly. Maybe there's an example. Sometimes you have to wait for some days to find those, but that's why I'm going to teach you on how to re-enter, because if you re-enter, it's much easier to find trades, right? But also, I don't want you to overtrade. That's why I'm just teaching you the basics first, okay? So we're going to talk about the re-enter strategies next week. Okay, because this is very important. Please do you mind repeating how to know the levels again? Wait, so daily, weekly trade will have to happen. Yes, because Cameron, it will happen at the exact same time. Because if you will have a 3 level on the weekly, you will also have a 3 level on the daily. it will happen at the same time. You will see that happen. What happens when a daily and weekly 3 level is at the top? Then we're going to sell. We're going to find and look for sells, just like here. It's at the top on the gold, and I have some partners of mine that were selling gold like crazy and really banking a lot. So we had a lot of opportunities to re-enter again. And here's the 3 level on the daily. And here was the first entry. The first entry was right after the 3 level on the daily chart here. So you could have entered here and took the first rally down, and it was like, I don't know, 3,400 points. Okay, perfect. So we have 1 minute left. This is for the basics first. I hope you like the strategy for now. You're gonna, of course, you have to take an eye for yourself, and you have to look at it. You have to train your eye first on the 3 levels and on the weekly and daily time frame, and then you're gonna know what you are actually doing. Okay, then you have your trading journal, and you can just check mark where is the 3 level on the daily and where is the 3 level on the weekly. Okay, it can't be done on the trading view because there's no 3 level indicator. So we only have 1 minute left, and that's why I yeah, thank you very much for your attending the class. We're going to see each other next week, and we're going to talk about the re-entries, and I'm going to show you on how to trade the strategy. We're going to also put in trades, and we're going to grow the account. Of course, I'm going to do the sessions on Tuesday and Thursday in German, but it is what it is. Yeah. Okay. So perfect. And thank you very much for your time. Have a great night and greetings. No, it's not night. It's night at Germany. So yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. See you next week.